Welcome to the Washington County Historic Courthouse located right here in Stillwater, Minnesota. Did you know it's the longest standing courthouse in the state of Minnesota? And it served as the county seat from 1870 to 1975. This place has a lot of history. Stillwater is considered the birthplace of Minnesota. A little history here. In 1848, the first territorial convention that began the process of establishing Minnesota as a state was held on the corner of Myrtle and Main Street right down there. On the eastern horizon, you're going to see the state of Wisconsin with the St. Croix River serving as the boundary between the two states. The river, which was so important for travel and trade beginning in the Native American tribes and early voyagers, it played a major role in the development of our picturesque town. One lumberjack account claims that up to 125,000 feet of lumber was hauled down each day on the flowing river. The St. Croix River was indeed becoming an important player in our lumber industry. In the aftermath of the Civil War, Washington County turned its efforts and attention to rebuilding and expanding, and lumber prospects in the St. Croix Valley never looked brighter. So in 1867, the ground was broken for a new courthouse on this high bluff overlooking the downtown Stillwater area and the St. Croix River. It was completed in 1870, and you want to know the total cost? $46,000. Let's go check it out because we've got the old jail in here. We have the courtroom. We have the sheriff's office. So many fun things that I didn't even know were inside. So let's go. All right, so we just came down the inside central hallway of the courthouse, and just the architecture is amazing, but there are three main things we're going to look at here today. It's the old county jail, the old sheriff's residence, and the courtroom, which all is within this one building. And of course, we're going to go check out the jail first because it's the coolest in my eyes. Let's go. Okay, so the county jail was this whole section of the courthouse from 1870 to 1900. This is where the cells were, is where now the restrooms are. And then in 1900, because people were being so naughty, they had to add an addition. This addition is still here. You can come and put on a cool jail cell outfit and get booked into, we have 4 cells here. Each of them have 2 bunks. Oh wait, actually there's 5 now. And it's like really cool, in my opinion, that they still have this here from over 100 years ago. And then you'd come over here. This is where they'd have their little table and shower and sink. Look at how small this is. Okay, so as you walk through the jail, this hallway leads to the sheriff's office. The sheriff's kitchen would be right here. The sheriff's wife would be responsible to cook for the inmates 365 days a year. And this is where they could check on the inmates to see how they were doing through this peephole. I think they're hungry. So coming out of the jail, this is where you'd walk into the sheriff's residence. There's this area, a front area. We believe that this was the kitchen because it would serve right next to the jail, where she would be required to feed the inmates, all 24 of them. You're gonna see more of a living space and living room for all of the people that lived here, the sheriff's families. The Washington County Courthouse served as a home for the sheriff and his family, who lived in what was considered then a sizable home attached to the rear of the building, which also had easy access to the jail. The sheriff's residence housed 9 families over the course of 92 years from 1870 to 1962. The first sheriff to live in the sheriff's residence was Joseph Carley, and then the last was Reuben Granquist. Around 21 kids resided in the courthouse while their fathers worked as the county sheriff. While some kids led quiet lives, others were known for their mischievous behavior, always causing trouble, giving their dad more headaches than the actual inmates, according to the local newspaper. Let's go check out the courthouse. You come up this grand double staircase. It was often accustomed to have the courtroom on the second floor. So Straight through here is where we go. Traditionally, you would have seen the judge's bench in front of this three-piece window across from the grand staircase, but the furniture was shifted towards the east wall when the room was later divided to make more offices. So down here, the judge's bench, attorney tables, witness stand, court reporter stand, and numerous chairs set the stage, showing what the room would have looked like while in use. Coming down from the courtroom, on the main level, which used to be office spaces, are now used as exhibit spaces for old guns, vaults. There's some file cabinet systems in there, all super cool old things. In 1971, this building was placed on the National Register of Historic Places as the oldest courthouse in the state. The last offices and jail inmates, they moved over to their new quarters in the Washington County Government Center in 1975. Did you know this was here?